everybody out there in YouTube land. Oh, hey Pat. Hey Pat, my only one watcher right now. How's it going? I'm gonna do some cutting again today, some more. I don't know who's all gonna be joining us. I don't know who's all gonna be on the panel. I don't know what's going on. Well, I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. I don't know what you guys are doing. There's Jason Rogers. How's it going? And I'll be cutting some more. I actually just finished planing down some aromatic cedar. It smells so good in my shop right now. It's unbelievable. But you know, it's one of those woods that they look really nice, right? Looks really nice, but is really toxic. But it smells so good. Oh, it smells so good. So I'll be cutting some more letters out for the my godmother's plaque. Actually, you know what? I'll show you a picture for you guys here. I didn't print the whole thing off, but I'll show you an idea of what it's gonna look like. There's an idea of what it's gonna look like. So I already got the thistles cut out, and I got the thistles cut out, and the crop of clover, the whatever you want to call it, cut out. I'll be doing the date. I'll be doing the dates and Patrick O'Neill, or sorry, Jesse Patrick Jesse, Jesse Patrick. I'll be cutting that out as well tonight. And hey, Larry, this is my bacon wood. It's my bacon wood, and I love it because it looks like bacon. Just don't eat it, because that's. Oh, where's my bacon? Oh, I had some bacon pieces here that I cut out. I don't know where they went to, but it looks like bacon. It looks so much like bacon, and it smells so good. So, to show you, so I finished up the clovers. There's the clovers. And unbeknownst to my mother-in-law, I actually just pointed up and she goes, "Oh, clovers." So there's your clovers, my mommy Diane. And there's your thistles. And what I'm thinking about doing is getting some dye, and I'll dye these green and dye the thistles purple, mauve, lavender, whatever color sounds nice, purple. We'll do those up, and then I'm actually going to change it a bit. I'll do Jesse Patrick will be in in individual letters out of the aromatic cedar, and then for the dates, I'm actually going to cut the dates out, and I'll make it like a banner. I'll shape it like a banner. I think that'll look cool too. So I got to get some entry holes cut first. And Larry, thanks for showing my projects. Not a problem, Larry. Yeah, you guys want to show your projects on here? Just let me know. Report to me, and I'll show them on my show. I'm just waiting for somebody to come in and be my moderator, my reader, basically. And we'll see how that's gonna go. Hey, John S. He's got a huge crowd tonight. I'm surprised nobody wants in on the panel. Anybody want in on the panel? Let me know. I'll send you guys a link. Jason, Larry, John, Pat. I'll send you guys a link. So I was talking with, just got talking with Steve S. Oh yeah, Steve S is in the crowd there. I seen him. Let's go off a chat with him and Doug Moore and Kim Tippin. So they're over there chatting up a storm. Just pre-drilling some holes here. Jason, I got a filing cabinet full over there, and I got 6 boxes of milk crates of magazines of patterns that I haven't gone through yet. And I told Carrie, I said, just go through the magazines and pick out one project out of each magazine, and that way it's not a waste of a magazine. It's not a waste of a magazine subscription as long as I get one out of each one, right? Then it's got to figure out what well, she has to figure out what to cut out of each one. Yeah, she'll add so much to your cut list. So when you're cutting letters, it doesn't matter what font you choose. All you got to do is add bridges to them. And I'm going to put 45s on mine just to make them look a little cooler. But as it goes, you need one hole per letter or number, have you. Take your time when you're doing it. And when I did this wood up, I just finished planing it, so it smells so good, but I didn't sand it because my planer is pretty fine. I got a helical head on it, so it works pretty good. I should still sand them though. Hey Jason.
Hi everyone.
What project are you gonna start? You don't know yet?
She has this pile.
It's a
So,
pile.
that she has picked out of the filing cabinet so far. So,
Are they good patterns?
a couple of
Are
them I
they
think are okay. There's a bunch of bowls in there too that I think I want to do.
bulls?
Or baskets.
Oh, okay.
Um,
I was thinking cattle.
What's that?
I was thinking cattle.
No.
You said bulls.
No,
You meant
no.
bulls.
She's actually going through looking for projects for me to use my spiral blades on.
Karen, any project is good for a spiral blade.
And she just walked out a minute ago. She'll be right back. But
Well, I'll say it again when she gets back. Any
I
project
know
is
you
good for a
will.
spiral blade.
I'm a straight blade guy, but and I have reasons behind that though.
What?
Well, come on.
You know what? I used a straight blade once. I've used a straight blade once, and I
And so
couldn't cut a
didn't
straight line.
Charles. I'm the wrong way here. I have the rust problem with the camera here.
That's fine.
I don't know if you can see the cuts, the edges, the shine on how it comes out with a straight blade. It's like I don't have to stand anything. It's I love my straight blades.
Oh,
The shear
I'm
shine and the smoothness. I mean, this is a piece of 3/4 inch or whatever half-inch pine, but whatever. It's got shear. It's smooth. It's polished.
I'm glad you like your straight blades.
I do. I like them.
Hello, Ton. How's it going?
All right, go ahead. You can tell her now.
Karen, any project is good for straight blades or spirals.
See, no, you got it right. No, you got it right.
No, well, it's true though. It just depends on your preference, though.
No, he's saying any project is good for spiral, but
Any
I'm
project.
not. I can't cut. I can't chase a line with a spiral blade for the life of me.
Tell him he just needs to practice more. Do it more often. He'll get used to it.
But
Hey, this is a family-friendly show. What are you talking about? Oh wait, that's not this show.
I'm 46 years old. I practiced a couple of times, but anyway.
See, look, Shay's on there. She was just gonna say that any project is good for spirals.
but I actually started though with straight blades, and I, like you saw the other night though with doing that project I was just showing you. What was
Yep.
it? Less than an hour from when I started the first initial holes, while we were trying to set up my camera and stuff. Less than an hour, I showed you I was done with the project. I can chase really good lines really quickly with a flat blade. I
Yeah.
do good with it.
That's good. That's awesome.
And I'm happy with the piece that I end up with, you know. And I've tried some spiral stuff, and I just find that it's raggedy, and
Really?
I can't chase a straight line. It never looks good to me, like to my eye, as far you know, like I'm never satisfied with the cuts that I did. If that
Oh,
makes any sense.
oh, it does. It does because you are your own worst critic, as anybody will say.
Hmm.
Uh, Josh says he's gonna start a West pattern and he's attempting it all in spirals. He says he sounds like Charles when he's attempting to cut with a straight blade.
And
Hey Shay,
I
go
actually
on.
went off what Charles told me to do. I mean, I've got packages and packages. I got a pile of spiral blades from. You want to grab one of those?
Really?
Right over there, right on the corner. The packages of the spiral blades, and I have flat ends and the regular twisted ends
Yeah.
from. They are Flying Dutchman though, but I did buy them from one came from Leslie's, and the other one I think came from what was Teddy Bear?
Wooden teddy bear.
Yeah, Wooden Teddy Bear was the other
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
So Ton says that she has a hard time. I have the hardest time with turns, sharp turns. I have tried all the tips, trips, and techniques that I have seen or read. I just try to make the turn and I overcompensate. It depends whether you're using spirals or straights. I find that with spirals, I can actually make straight, square cut corners, like when I'll be cutting these letters. I'll be cutting these inside letters with spirals. But as an example that I can show you right now, um, let me grab my wolf here.
Why he's
So,
grabbing those? Hi Leonard, hi Larry, and I did see Shaylee
so
and Pat
this pattern was cut with all spirals.
and Josh.
It was cut with all spirals, and the thing is even the straight lines were done with spirals. You can see those straight lines on there,
Yeah, and those are straight.
right? And the thing is well, they're trees, so they don't have to be straight. But the top edge, I usually just run a ruler across there and go up to it. Even my corners are sharp, and the way I do those with spirals is I'll cut up to my line, but not on my line. I'll cut up to my line, then use my spiral to sand into it. But with the corners, I usually spin it and go into it, like directly into the corner, then back it out. And then you basically when you're doing your corners, you basically want to go into it like that, like on an angle, like round it off, and then you just spiral to sand it straight.
See, with my flat blade though, I spend a lot less time doing that. I just come into it and come out of it, and I'm done.
It depends on whether she's using straights or spirals. It
That's what
depends
I'm
on how.
saying though.
It also depends on how long she's been doing it for too.
Mhm. And like I said, I've been scroll sawing for 5, 6 years now, and I've stuck with a flat blade. I mean, I have, like I said, I have packages and packages of spiral blades, and I've tried using some here and there, but my flat blades really, I get the job done. The problem that I found with using a flat blade compared to my spiral, um, of the bigger projects that I'm seeing, you guys don't have to move except for during the cut. My
Yeah.
flat blades, I have to try to turn a piece. I run out of room. I run out of neck space.
Well, yeah. See, because did you watch when I was doing my bear? I did that huge bear on here. It was probably 4 feet long and 2.5 feet high, I think it was, and it was a bear with a mountain scene inside of him. But I did it all out of tongue and groove cedar that I mounted to 1/4 inch ply, and then but the thing is that's why I prefer my tabletop flat with my desktop, right?
Mm.
And then that way, when I clean my sides up, I can run that amount of space back and forth, and not because I'm not turning the whole thing because you'd never be able to turn it anyway.
But you get to run with a spiral, though. You get to run it as Nick says, like a sewing machine. Where
Yep.
when I have a flat blade, I have to turn the whole project to chase that line.
Even even when I do my small pieces, I still turn it because I still find it easier to push into it than it is to pull back and go sideways because then I can still see my line, right?
Right, but with a spiral though, you don't have to because you can cut it any,
Well,
any
you can cut it any
any
direction,
direction.
but I like to have my quality on my line, right?
Exactly. Even Charles
Uh,
does that on his straight lines sometimes. He cuts better from like left to right. He does really good straight line. He chases sideways.
and that's also why I prefer my foot pedal as well because I can stand away from my saw and have my foot pedal right directly underneath me and at an arm's reach if I need to without having to turn the saw on and off all the time.
Yeah, you're
Foot
one of
pedals.
few that still uses a foot pedal.
One of few. I think everybody should have a foot pedal. Everybody should have a foot pedal, and everybody should be using spirals, and everybody should have a flat tabletop. Saying,
And no packing tape.
and no packing tape.
I know.
Get rid of your packing tape. I don't even know why you have it in your shop.
'Cause I'm American.
You, you can't even use packing tape to wrap your packages with. You just don't use it. Use the brown packing tape. Just saying.
So Karen wanted to know because you love bacon so much. Do you actually like Canadian bacon or do you like real bacon?
All bacon.
Yeah, the
Canadian
Canadian
bacon,
bacon.
Canadian bacon, Canadian bacon, Canadian bacon, which is backstrap bacon. It's still bacon.
No, just the round slices of ham is what we have here for Canadian bacon.
It's but no, but it's different though. It usually comes in like a mini roast almost.
Yeah,
It is rolled in meal, which is cornmeal, right?
right.
And then I know out in Ontario, you can get it about ½ inch thick, but it's a different flavor than ham. It tastes like bacon. It doesn't taste like ham. Like a honey ham or a leg of ham or ham slices. It doesn't taste like that. It has its own unique flavor to it.
We like the belly fat sliced, thick sliced bacon.
Yeah, see, Russ is gonna get on this right away. He's like, "Oh, that's ham."
Russ has been listening to this. He's like, come on.
I just got off with Javi, so I missed everything.
We're talking about Canadian bacon, but we're stopped that right now.
Okay,
Oh, we're
ham,
talking
And
about all bacon, but
ham.
and we're talking about foot pedals and spiral blades.
Okay, I can deal with that.
flat blades and packing tape.
Yeah, I use the. See, I've got such a small amount of room. When I've told y'all that I cut out the paw print for the bulldog, I normally would have used straight blades for that, but I got such a small area to work in at the moment. I had to use the spiral blades and stuff, and I said, "Oh, God, go back and sand that line a little bit more." And all. It's aggravating as all get out, but I did it.
Chris Nealon's in the room. He says he's hungry now.
Guess, and
Len
on that note, I have cabbage casserole coming. So
Len's in the room. He says, "Hi." Russ says, "I want bacon,
I do, but not Canadian bacon.
but not Canadian bacon."
Boy, Al Forte is getting around.
Mr. Forte, holy cow! Look at you, buddy.
Wow. Yeah, what
Are
are
you,
those?
Are you busy right now, Al? I'll send you a link too.
Let me go check that.
No
cabbage
gumbo.
casserole.
No gumbo this weekend, Rob?
We finished that a couple of days ago.
And I don't think I've ever had like real gumbo.
Ah, man, it was great. That was the third helping that she had frozen, and boy, I'll tell you what, it's good the first time when it's first done, but after those helpings come after, man, they're good. Let me go check it. I'll be right back.
The flavor probably soaks in and just gets so much better.
And it goes good with rice.
Everything
Doug
goes
here,
with rice.
Doug here from Pole Barn Productions is in.
Oh, that's right. He's fixing to start the.
Oh,
the
you guys
podcast
heard the
with us.
nostalgia. That's too
They're
bad.
talking about superheroes of the 70s and 80s.
Still again?
That's
What
only
they
the
thought-
first time.
I thought they were talking about that last week.
No, not that. No, they did Star Trek and Star Wars.
Oh,
next
Star
week.
Trek and Star Wars. That's
Yeah,
right.
this is superheroes of the
Wait,
70s and 80s.
What's Star Trek again?
Yeah, we don't know. Oh, Alpha, don't forget to mention Captain Canuck. Okay, I'm just saying, Captain Canuck.
I'm gonna have to
Canuck?
disagree with that one, Al. But
Is it Canuck or Canuck?
Captain Canuck.
Kim
Canada's
just
super.
shows up.
Actually, Superman's Canadian too. Just saying.
That's what I was wondering. Wasn't that Canadian? Was it Canuck?
Not in my book.
Canuck.
What? Superman?
Ah,
He was born in Canada. He was
Which
created
one?
in Canada. The original Superman was created in Canada.
Yeah, but he still
George
landed in like Kansas.
No. The original Superman, the
Uh-huh.
the
in the
artist
comic
that,
books.
in the comic books, the original
Okay.
artist, I think it was Action Comics, was from
Mhm.
Toronto, and he was
Ah.
born in Toronto. And Smallville was
Mhm.
actually filmed
Yes.
less
Yeah.
than one block up from my mother-in-law's old house in
Right,
Vancouver.
I knew that they did
Smallville
some
was
filming there.
Yeah.
Smallville was based in Canada.
Yeah, I do. I do remember them saying that they filmed in Toronto or somewhere around in that area.
Beautiful area.
Yeah. All right, I'll be right back. If
All right.
y'all still here.
Look at that, Kim Tippin's in the room. Hey,
I told you
Kim.
that a minute ago.
Yeah, but I had to say it myself though.
See what happens when you come in later on in the evening?
What?
You get all these cool people in here.
Well, considering I was just talking to them in the chat room before I went on.
See, Nook or not.
Nook or Nuck. It's Canuck. Captain Canuck. Here, okay. Oh, fuck, I gotta Google it now. Jeez, guys.
Steve is in the house. Steve C.
There you go. You can't get any more Canadian than Captain Canuck.
That's amazing.
1975, just saying.
Year I was born.
2 years after, 75? 3 years after I was born. I was in the hangout. Yeah, Al, don't forget to mention Captain Canuck, Canada's best and only, best superhero. Just saying.
No,
Superman,
I,
and Superman was born in Canada. Just
I
saying
think
it too.
Canada's best superhero ever is Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, but from which movie though?
All of them. Everything he's ever done. It's just Ryan Reynolds is like your best superhero ever.
I don't know. What about Jim Carrey? What about Wayne Gretzky? Michael J. Fox?
Yeah,
Terry Fox?
Michael J. Fox used to live like a half hour from us here in Woodstock.
Michael J. Fox went to the same school I went to in Borden, Ontario, because his dad was in the military.
I think a lot of those guys though ran out of talent, like Gretzky and all that.
Terry
Ryan
Fox.
Reynolds hasn't run out of talent yet.
Terry Fox was Canada's mega superhero, though. Just saying. Bob Probert. Yeah, Herb is on the road again. On the road again.
Are they headed back home?
Yes, Green Lantern sucked. Ryan Reynolds sucked in Green Lantern.
And
But that's because of the writers, though.
but even
Thanks for hanging out with us, Al.
thanks, Al. But even Ryan said that in Deadpool when he said about his outfit and stuff. As long as it's not green, he made comments on saying how bad Deadpool was,
Yeah.
or on how
exactly.
bad Green Lantern was. Sorry.
Exactly.
Yep. It wasn't horrible. It's just
Chris, what are you doing changing names? Jeez. You guys gotta stop doing that on me. What do you mean it wasn't that horrible?
it was a great story, but I think they had even though Ryan was like the guy they wanted, I think somebody else would have made the story better.
Who?
Anybody.
Anybody. It was the story though. It doesn't matter who acts in it.
Ryan just wasn't in it. Well, the story, you can't take away the story from the story. I mean, from our comic books and stuff,
Steve, stop. Steve, you can't make me laugh that hard. Come on.
Why am I?
Brian Botano
Well,
is a great Canadian athlete. So is
see, what happened was like Chris Evans was like before he was Captain America, they had him in Fantastic Four. He was what was the one? The Flame On.
Flame on the torch.
Yeah, he was the Human Torch. And what always bothered me was that you have such a huge franchise and such a huge world of people and actors. Why would you use same actors that was already a superhero in the same industry and have them be another superhero? That always bugged me. Why was the Human Torch the guy that played the Human Torch also played Captain America? Why was
Well, see,
guy that
because
played
because the
Deadpool
thing
and
is,
Blade-
I asked this question before, and the answer was actors can play whatever superhero they want, but they can only play one from DC and one from Marvel.
But what happens when stuff crosses over?
They don't cross over though.
They do.
They don't because they're different filming companies as well. Because you got Paramount and MGM, or DC is its own movie production company, and Marvel is done by various companies as well. But the thing
In
is,
the video
is
games
that
and stuff, though, all those crossed over. The Legos.
okay, we're talking fantasy. We're talking fantasy, not real life here, though, right?
I know. Um, but then I understand why Ryan Reynolds though made the perfect Deadpool, because throughout all of the X-Men movies, he was Wade Wilson. So it made sense for him to become Deadpool because that's what the storyline was. He was set up for it for years. It just sucks that they had already used him in Green Lantern.
I don't know. It's a superhero thing.
I know. Well, and now Stan Lee's no longer here to guide us.
And since Disney bought out most of both of them, so they own them everything.
Yeah, is that Peter John?
What's that?
Larry Aldrich is asking if what are you cutting out of Eastern Red Cedar?
No, it's Canadian red aromatic cedar.
Ooh.
It smells so good, but you should be wearing a mask when you're doing this, though.
Yeah, it's actually kind of harmful for you, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it
Spiral
does.
blades look hard. No, spiral blades are actually one of the easiest tools to deal with because the thing is you can cut in any direction with them.
I always wondered why cedar was bad for our lungs and for us to breathe, but yet people put cedar chips and stuff in for like their pets, like bunnies and.
Because bugs will not eat cedar except carpenter beetles or carpenter bees will actually go into cedar. Okay, Ton. So I cut this one this afternoon using all spirals. It's a group of clovers, and I finished cutting this one as well with all spirals as well.
That's
And it's a group
that's
it's a
fragile. Be careful.
well, it's fragile, but it's still sturdy enough that because of where I put all my bridges at, it's still sturdy enough that it's not gonna interfere with anything.
Beautiful work.
And
And
they're
no
going on.
packing tape was harmed.
Yeah, snow packing tape was used, and then because they're going along with this dragonfly, this compound dragonfly that I made.
It still doesn't have wings. It's never gonna fly.
Their wings are right here. His wings are right here. Here's his wings. I cut these out of 1/8 acrylic. Boop boop boop. I you probably could have used a flat blade for these, but I think a spiral would have been a lot more better for them because of the tightness of the cuts in them.
Uh, it.
He's
I think it still depends on.
almost life size.
Yeah, it's. I think it's awesome. I still love how you did the legs.
I think I'll do the second one out of copper. But with when you're using spiral blades, you actually have more control over your blade as long as you have control over your wood. Thank you. Zoom in down here for you.
Well, it depends on how good the doctors did for you, I guess.
But when I do my cuts, I usually do two cuts. I do one rough cut, and then I'll do a fine cut to my line. See, because the thing is like I don't know. Can you see that on the camera? Because that you see that my first cut is about like almost to the line, and then my second cut will be a fine cut to the line. And the thing is, with the spiral blades, you can sand to it, right?
Yeah, I think that's my problem with using spirals. That I try to do what I do with my flat blades. Like the flat blade, I actually chase the line, where the spiral I should like give room to go back and fix. And sometimes I overcompensate and I go beyond where I'm supposed to with the spiral.
But like you can, if you want, like if you're more comfortable cutting like with a flat blade, then you can still cut using a spiral the same speed that you do a flat.
Oh, and in the correct directions too, like turn the piece like you are.
It's just like I find I get more accurate cuts. Clean that right off for you. There you go. See, and look how sharp those square corners are.
Kim, yeah, that's amazing. I've got to practice more. That's for sure. Then
And
that's
there's
that's as nice as yeah. See, that's as nice as I can do with a flat blade.
so
I
there's
just
my
have
back.
to find
There's my backside as well. There's like one little fuzzy on it. That's it.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with what you're doing. That's for sure. Con. Well, and Kim, turn in it. Yeah, I wouldn't want to turn cedar.
Well, you definitely want to wear a mask for that. And so Ton, if you ever want, you can message me whenever you want, and like I did with Shay in the beginning when Shay first started cutting, is that I basically went through video tutorials with her at the same time, and she's like go check out inspiredbyshaylee.com and go check out her stuff, and she's like way out of my league now, Shay, for the stuff that she's done and designing too.
She has actually found her niche. She came out of nowhere, never doing this before, and she's a natural.
Well, she hasn't even Shay. You haven't even been going a year, have you? Because I think it was last August or September that we started.
Yeah, she's a natural. She is just amazing at
Oh,
her.
Len, you can get this good. You're not. I'm not even that. I'm not even that good. Trust me. If
And Josh, yes.
if I
Um,
was if I was that good, I'd have more than. Let me see. How many do I have? I would have more than 199 subscribers on my YouTube page. Ooh, I went up one.
well, Josh had to start a second account. Josh, it's just the best thing to do that I found too, with even using flat blades. Like I've gone to the smallest and finest flat blades that I can go to,
Yes,
and
Midnight Scroller,
and
Shaylee.
and even cutting half inch, 3/4 inch, pine, oak, maple. Let the blade do the work. You would be amazed on even what the finest blade will do. And don't over push. Let the blade do the work, and that way it doesn't overcompensate and come in. Don't bend the blade when you're going. Don't force it.
So how tight do you make your flat blades?
Again, sorry.
How tight do you tighten your flat blades?
Well, I have a DeWalt 788. I have my tensioner reads from half to 6, and I usually run 4.5 to 5. I can actually give a ping on it if you want me to, but fairly tight. Fairly tight. I don't like a lot of give. But the thing is that I'll tell you with what I've learned, I use Olson blades. So if this makes any sense to you, I'll have to try to explain it the best I can. But if this makes any sense to you, so a flat blade is stamped out, not cut. And when they stamp it, it gives the blade a curve to where the blade wants to bear off the one way or the other.
Yeah.
So what I find with the Olson blades, when it's in place, so if I'm pushing forward, if I'm sitting here and I'm pushing forward, my blade, if I'm on a line, my blade always wants to ride off to my right. So I know that. So I always keep my work to my left, and my excess, my junk, my disposable wood or whatever my wood that I'm cutting out to the right. So that if it does go off, it goes into what I'm going to get rid of. If that does that make sense?
Yep. See, and that's the one advantage with spiral blades is that as long as your blade is set up perpendicular to your table, and you can just use the back end of a combo square for that.
Mm-hmm.
Just use the back end of a combo square for that on your table to your blade. Again,
Yep.
it's perpendicular. Then it doesn't matter which side you go from, whether left or right.
Square is square.
Yeah, exactly.
So even if I do that though with my blade though, because he's a stamped blade, like I said, a stamped blade has a curve, and it wants to chase and ride to the right. So if I sit in front of it and I'm looking straight forward, I actually almost have to come off to the right, almost 45 degrees to go into that blade for it to actually cut that straight line. It does have a chase on it that you have to realize and know it's there, and that's. But once you learn it and you're there, I cut all day. I mean, as you've seen, I cut pretty quick and very
Yeah.
accurate. But it's just a matter of knowing your machine, knowing your blade, knowing knowing what you're doing. Don, I like Olson blades, mostly because they're frequently available for me right here at my local hardware store, less than a mile away from my house. So even in a winter storm, I could actually, if I ran out of blades and I couldn't get out of my yard, I could walk to the hardware store and get blades if I had to. I don't know if you can see those, but Olson is the way to go, at least for
See,
what I like.
whereas for me, these two Olson blades, packs of blades, will never be opened by me.
Oh, but those are spirals. That's why. I have some of those over there, I think.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah,
These
eight
two,
to
these
spiral
two,
up there on
these
that
two
screen.
packs of Olsons will never be opened.
Yeah,
Ever.
see, no, I have the exact pack. Karen's grabbing it right now. Yeah, 5-pin and spiral. Yeah, you don't need to grab it. Never mind.
See, and then I use Sawbird.
You don't need to grab it. Never mind. But I won't open them either, or I won't finish using them. I found my go-to blades.
And if I'm cutting 2x4s, I'll use Pegasus blades because they're my shitty cheap blades. They're just crap. So I'll rough cut with 2x4s with those. My go-to blade are these penguins.
Your penguins.
These
They're
penguin
penguins.
golds. There's one gross there. Two gross. Look, see that? I'm getting short already. Considering I bought 5 gross, I'm down to 3 gross now.
Karen says you're not short.
Short of what?
You're not short.
And then these Ebrils are good too, through Lee Valley. And there's always the Canadian Woodworker.
Yes. I heard those are actually pretty decent blades.
They're all right.
Len, yes. I have Flying Dutchman Spiral Flat End pack. And I also have the Flying Dutchman Spiral Reverse pack.
See, and the thing is, if you're getting into it, you want to do more with what you want to do, whether it be portraits or portraits or figure silhouettes, figurines, whatever, major detailed work. Buy a variety pack of different blades. Buy a variety pack of Olson. Buy a variety pack of Pegasus. Buy a variety pack of Penguins if you want, and just buy a sampler pack because that's your best deal. And then try the blades out because different blades are going to work for different woods and thicknesses, and you're going to find out what's going to work best for you. And that's what I tell everybody, because it all depends on your saw, your abilities, your feed speed, your blade tightness, your everything. It all depends on you.
And it really does. And it depends on what you get comfortable with your saw speed, the wood you're cutting, and your ability to chase and follow the line. It all depends on you have to find that happy medium. You have to try tons of different blades to be able to get there. And it took me many different sizes, different teeth per inch that everybody asked about. I did find though that having a reverse cut or reverse tooth blade really does make a huge difference, whether it's flat or spiral. So if you can go reverse tooth, it's definitely the way to go.
If they're available in your area.
Yeah. Now, was that the little bit of sanding that was going on there?
Yeah. Just to go up to my line, right? And there's the backside.
Beautiful.
Two little fuzzies. Gone. And look at those sharp corners. Square corners with a spiral blade. People say it can't be done.
I know, right? Charles does it though all the time too. I've seen him do some amazing stuff with a spiral blade. To be honest with you. So, Len, yes. So I do use the Olsen reverse tooth, but it's called the Universal Number 5R. It's actually a 12.5 teeth per inch with a 9 reverse.
A number 5. That's huge.
It's actually no. This is a tiny.
See,
blade.
they got to make a universal sizing for blades. They really do.
I know, but it's got to be. This has got to be way different than what you're thinking because this blade is literally tiny.
See,
It's
because
smaller. It's smaller than the blade you're using right now.
my number 3 is pretty much 3 times the size of my O1, right? And it's huge. And if I was to buy a number 5 in my blades, it would be like almost a 1/8 inch thick. It'd be huge.
All right, so Flying Dutchman wise, though, the Olsen blade that I use, the flat tooth, is equivalent to probably the 1 or the 3. It's really small.
Like what size is it? Because like my 2.0 is a .030. My ones are .0.
It doesn't say.
It should say right on it.
No, it just says 5-inch long, plain end, universal, number 5R, 12.5 tooth per inch, 9 reverse.
Odd.
Oh wait, 44602. 0.038 wide.
.03 what? 8?
Yep.
Yeah, that's
Point-
huge.
0.016 thick. 12.5 tooth, 9 reverse. I love this blade. You think I should
Like-
go smaller?
Like when Charles says he uses number 3s, like I'm like that's freaking huge.
He likes 3s and 5s.
Yeah.
Yeah, he likes 5s. Flying Dutchman flat 5s. Those are huge.
He doesn't see the size on these, but I know it is.
And he breaks them.
Yeah, all the time.
So what's a 2/0 or a 1?
We'll see. I use O1s, 1s, 2s, and O2s.
Yeah, so I did just a variety pack. 2/0, 1, 3, and 5, and then I have 1, 3s, and 5s on the flat ends.
See, I wish they would just put standard sizing on everything, right?
I know it would be so much easier.
See, like my
See, and those are 20.
so you got some Olsen ones here that say .035, which is a number 2, and a 2.0 is .030.
0.0 what?
.030 is a 2.0, and a number 2 is a .035. So it's like a hair bigger.
Yeah, so both of those are bigger than the blade I'm using.
See, which doesn't make sense. No.
Yes, mine's 0.26, 0.029.
Oh, 029. Which is like 164, 1/132 of an inch smaller.
Yeah, but I'm still using a smaller blade. Oh, the other one's
Josh,
0.0.
wait, hold on a sec. So Josh, so John, what am I doing wrong with my spirals? When I cut with a spiral, I have tons of fuzzies on the back. Okay, Josh, slow down on your cutting speed. Number 1, slow down your cutting speed. Number 2, make sure your wood is sanded front and back before you even put the pattern onto it, using your press and seal your pattern onto it, and
Or
then
your packing tape.
take your time, because like this one that I just cut, right? This clover leaf that I just cut, there's fuzzies on the backside. All I gotta do is I put it on that that dollar store cabinet liner stuff, that no sticky stuff, and then take my orbital sander to it, and it cleans it all up.
My question for Josh would be, are you making sure that your blade is also upright?
Well, he says they're on the backside, so it's upright. It's the right way. As long as if your teeth are pointing down, like if you run your finger up it and your fingers get caught, your teeth are pointing downwards. That's what you want. You want your teeth pointing down.
The only other way to get rid of that is if you only have down-facing teeth, is to go with reverse tooth blades also. That will also eliminate or
Yeah,
help to
it'll
eliminate.
eliminate the fuzzies, because that's what Shay started using, and she says she has like no fuzzies at all now.
Yeah, reverse tooth is amazing because it cuts upwards as it's cutting downwards. It's amazing. Why isn't Larry in here? He should be in here talking with us.
What's that?
We should get Larry in here on the panel. He seems to be paying attention tonight. I know Steve was in here earlier. What happened to everybody?
Yeah, all them turners got better things to do than hang around with scrollers.
Yes, Larry. My saw is raised about 3 inches in the rear compared to the front.
Yes, there are different types of blades. Because the thing is that depending on, number 1, the size of your blade, the teeth per inch on your blade, and you can also buy bigger blades are usually for thicker materials. Like you can cut, but I use the same blade for all my cutting. So I'll use my O1s for cutting 2x4s. I'll use it for cutting 3/4 inch ply, 1 inch mahogany, 1 inch walnut. So I use the same blade, or even metal. I'll use the same blade. You can buy diamond tip blades for doing coins and stuff if you want as well. They're expensive though. I've cut metal. I've cut metal, shells, plastic, acrylic. What haven't I cut? Oh, I can't cut glass. I can't cut glass, and I can't cut hardened steel.
And he
My
knows
blades.
it because he's tried.
Yeah, I know it because I tried. I've tried it on videos.
To go with that, I will give one thing to John. I've always just cut wood. A little bit of plastic here and there if I had to trim off something or do, projects that we're doing around the here. But a few months ago, I was working and rebuilding on a golf cart, and we built a dash for it. And in that dash, I had to apply new switches, which did not require just drilled holes. I had to, I added a stereo, so I had to cut out the oblong square or rectangle section for it. And then a switch panel I got for it was also about the same, and it was probably a 4x6 square in it. So that was a 1/8 inch aluminum diamond plate. Well, John said I could cut it on my scroll saw.
Josh, you cannot cut ceramic tile. You can cut ceramic tile if you have a diamond tip blade. You can't cut it with a regular blade because it's a hardened material. That's why when you're drilling holes through it, you got to buy a diamond tip drill bit for it. But even when I cut this acrylic, when I cut this acrylic dragon logo here, there's no there's some fuzzies on the back, but they'll just come off just by picking them off.
Karen
Just
says you need to stop manhandling that though.
this,
Yeah,
but this is plastic. It won't break. It's fine.
but it has broken.
That was only when I was cutting it though, because there were really thin joint lines. This is fine.
And what's the name of that plate again? Doesn't have a fancy name.
It's a charger.
I knew it did. So anyways, though, I was able to cut 1/8 inch aluminum diamond plate though with my go-to blade, no problem. And I went back and cut wood with it, the same blade after, for a few days. So it's amazing what you can cut.
Well, it's like with the same blade, you can cut these. I cut these aluminum butterflies out of pizza pan.
Yeah, but they're a dollar store pizza pans, so they're probably not that great.
Doesn't matter. They're still pizza pans. Doesn't matter how much you're gonna pay for your pizza pan. It's still a pizza pan. It's still aluminum.
Taiwan pizza pan. No, because the noise is horrible. Shay said.
That's shade though. And also, one of the points about my blades that I use is that I can bend them. Like I've shown in a video, like I can bend them right in half. I can put a knot into it and still cut straight with it. Just saying. Karen, you picked out more patterns for him yet?
I have.
She has
Have.
hand me the big piece though. I have to show him that big piece. You have to see this, John. You have never seen this yet. So this is the piece that I started, but I haven't finished because ours is J and K scrolling, so she wants the big J and K.
Okay, why don't you use a jigsaw for that then?
That's what I said, and I have a jigsaw, but I don't know if I have good enough blades. I don't want to break it, but it's too big. I mean, if I had spiral, I could do it on the scroll saw, but I think I'm going to have to use the jigsaw. You're absolutely correct. I agree with you.
See, because when I do my 4 foot celery leaf, asparagus leaf.
Wait, what?
When I do my 4 foot
Oh yeah, yeah.
asparagus leaf, I'm gonna do it on the jigsaw because it's 4 feet tall.
Doesn't Jacob want his? I'll be right back. I have to go check the chickens, but Karen is right here. If anybody wants to say hi and talk to her, I'll be right back.
Hey David, no, where I took a break for a couple hours just to have some dinner and relax for a bit. An octopus. What do you want me to do an octopus for, Kim? Like a flat portrait octopus or a 3D octopus?
Hi, Larry. I did see that comment.
And the blades I use. So I got these from. Okay, the blades I use, they're called Penguin Gold. And I got them from Advanced Machinery, I believe. And I'll put the link in the chat there for you. Just give me a second. Let me pull this up. Hey, Karen, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
Good. What you been up to?
Riding the bike.
Well, riding. Yeah, we're riding the bike 'cause he's driving it, aren't you?
Yeah.
Or you got your own?
No. I
Why
just ride.
not?
I just soon be on the back. We go together.
Tell him if he's not gonna put a ring on your finger to buy your own bike for you.
I know, right? Somebody needs to slap some sense into him.
You didn't hear that from me though. I'm just pulling up this. Where is it at? That's the wrong one.
I don't think it's going to fit in the screen though. All right, so we were talking about big projects though, and I'm a flat blade guy. I did do this and accomplish it in my DeWalt 788 with a flat blade.
That's huge.
Yeah, you're seeing my hands stuff, right? That compared to
Why,
me.
why would you need something that big?
They hang it on the wall.
Oh, okay.
It's all LED backlit, and it's in my son's room. But that's a Punisher head that is 3 feet tall.
Mm-hmm.
But I was able to accomplish this very nicely with a lot of work, though. It took a lot of discipline, a lot of change up, and figure out how to get there from here. Moments while doing it, but it was not easy. But we were able to accomplish it. So I mean, it can be done. It was not easy though.
I don't know why I can't find my blades that I ordered.
There is one underneath my backpack in the bedroom. I don't know if you can see that.
Oh, that's cool.
So I can change the colors and everything. It's all LED backlit, but when it's on the wall, it does light up behind it.
Yeah.
And the eyes light up and
There you go.
all that. But yeah, that's why you need something that big.
Cool.
No, you don't need to. We try things too, John. We try to be different, think out of the box sometimes. Down here.
Yeah, you can reach. But I think you got enough power in the computer for that. Come on.
Okay, here is the link that I go to order my blades from.
Thanks, Steve and Larry. Len, 2x3 Tree of Life. Yeah. I would like to do one that size too. I actually did my first Tree of Life, actually. John saw it. It was a small piece to go on teacher's name plate or whatever for their desk with the Tree of Life. Actually, we built the pencil box into it, and the Tree of Life went on the front and the back of it. So she could see it, and the people in front of her could see it. And that was the first Tree of Life I ever cut.
Ton, no, these blades are for my scroll saw, and these are the blades that I use. They're, like I said, they're called Penguin Gold. I believe they are Neequa's. They're originally branded as Neequa blade, and then when they come to the U.S., they get rebranded as everybody else's blades.
Do they have penguins in the Yukon, John?
No, they're from the south. So Cam, you said octopus, but you didn't say a flat portrait or a 3D one.
John,
you know,
says
if you want a 3D octopus, I think Rebecca DeGroot would be the person to talk to.
No, I know, but John said it's not in the Yukon. It's not that far north.
No, the Yukon. No, the Yukon. Well, if I was to go to Whitehorse, which I've been a couple times, it's a 22-hour drive. That's the Yukon. With the Northwest Territories, is only to get to Yellowknife is only about a 13-hour drive. Straight north. Been there a couple times.
You've actually traveled that far north?
Oh yeah.
Did you see Santa?
No, that's even further. And
you must be able to see him from there, though. Like,
there's not really any roads up there because, like, basically Yellowknife is as far as you can go by truck, and then until the wintertime, you got to take ice roads up anywhere else. Otherwise, you got to fly up there.
No reindeer, no elves, no nothing.
Oh, there's lots of reindeer. We call them caribou, though. So that link I put in there for Advanced Machinery, that's where I order my blades from, and they got all the blades are there. They even got diamond blades there as well.
And the diamond blades are the good for the like metal or jewelry making.
Yeah, yeah, and coins, cutting coins.
See, I wanted to do some coins actually. Some.
No, Josh. Like I said, okay, so if you Google Map Grande Prairie, Alberta. And if you do Google Map trip from Grande Prairie, Alberta to Whitehorse in the Yukon, Whitehorse is YK, it's about a 22-hour drive. And then I went 3 hours further west than that to Destruction Bay, which is about 45 minutes from the Alaska border. Oh, sorry, Ton. You know what, Ton? I'll put it over in.
I was gonna say, is Ton in Facebook?
Well, that should have gone on the Facebook as well. You know what, Ton? I'll message it to you directly.
Yeah, Ton is showing up in Facebook on mine.
Yeah.
We said Diddy Hole. Are you sure it wasn't Diggy Hole?
We don't talk about diggy holes here.
And why, Josh, if he went 13 hours south, he would end up in the U.S. He doesn't want to be here.
Right, I don't want to be there.
He's better off where he is, that's for sure. Yeah, no problem, Tom. I saw that you're on Facebook. It's showing up as that. So,
Well, yeah, but it should have gone to my Facebook page or my Facebook page as well instead of my Facebook group, and I think she's on my Facebook group.
well, actually, when I've followed on Facebook a couple of times, you don't see much of the messages. It's actually really kind of like a black hole over there. Not a lot really shows up on chats and stuff over there.
Okay, there's the link for that, and
Come on in.
I'll give you
And then,
Shaylee's website as well.
then let yourself back out. You're done.
No problem, right?
Yeah.
There's Shaylee's website as
Um,
well.
Tom, do you have YouTube? You could follow John on YouTube under whatificouldscroll.com.
No, that's What If I Could dash John C on YouTube.
Is it?
Yeah. What If I Could Scroll.com is my website. What? You're going to bed, Doug? Gee, you're so lazy.
Yeah, he's right. What if I could dash John C on YouTube? That is the best place to find him because every time he comes up, it'll always notify you and let you know. And you can go back and see any video that he has ever made. You can watch all his shows. Night, Doug. Josh, you're headed out too. Good night, Josh. Yeah, Ton, if you're on YouTube, you can probably see way more chat than what you're seeing on Facebook. You'll be able to keep up with what everybody else is posting. Oh, see, Ton, it's TD Devers on YouTube now. See, now you're going to be able to see all the chat. Len, good night to you as well. Is it late? Everybody's bailing on us. Steve, did you get much of the storms today coming through New York? We got a few that came into us today. They weren't too bad, but we did get out on the bike the last couple of days, but we were actually racing against a couple of storms to get back home before we got wet today. But we didn't get wet. We made it home. So John, you were talking earlier about router and the outside of that other piece that you did. What do you like for
What?
router?
Wait, what are you talking about routering? What did I say about routering? When?
You routed a piece on the outside. Not that one. Another one that you showed earlier. You said you routed around the outside.
This one here?
Yeah. What did you use on that?
That's just an OG bit, or not even OG. I think it was just a standard round over with a bearing on it.
What brand do you use? Anything particular? Or
I try to order Freud bits when I need them.
they're
Um,
expensive.
they're expensive, but they last forever. Because the thing is that the bits I order, the bits that I have most of, I basically are just like shitty Canadian Tire bits, which came in a pack just to get me started. And then when I burnt those out after 3 uses,
Yeah,
I'd go down
yeah.
and buy the Freud bits that I need
Isn't
because
it
they'll
bad that
last.
the bearings are better than like the carbide bit is? I don't get it.
I don't know. It's just the way it is.
Yeah, I have a couple of the hell are they? Pro something. I don't know what they are. I can't read it. They
But you
kind of
get you,
suck.
you
They
guys get such a huge variety of everything down there compared to what we have up here, though. So
no, but I've used a couple though, and like it cuts great, and then like halfway through the board, all of a sudden it starts smoking. It's like I didn't do anything different.
just adjust your speed on the router, though.
Yeah.
But I've also found that when I'm doing like deep passes with my OG bit, that I'll run around it once first, at about a quarter of the way in, then I'll go about halfway in, and then I'll do my final clean cut all the way through.
I
So
think that
it's not taking all the material out at one shot, right?
yeah, I think that makes a big difference, especially with cheaper bits.
Oh, and Ton, don't think that this is like the average speed that everybody goes, because I just do like I'm not OCD, I'm not ADD. I just like to have my letters perfect because I know everybody's gonna be looking at it all the time. So I just do extra work to it, that's all. Plus I'm talking.
And if you didn't notice, Don, he jumped from one piece to another. The last piece wasn't finished. He jumped to this one, now he jumped back to the other one. OLD, Don. OLD. That's right. A bunch of us are, though. But that makes us OCD though when we're OLD because we like to pay attention more and do a better job. So it's all right to go slow. But we get a better finish, better product. Yeah, Steve, the storms are coming across. We had a couple earlier. I think they were picking up though, mostly across Vermont as they were coming into New Hampshire. They were like building in Vermont. They weren't actually in New York. They were building as they were coming across the mountains. But yeah, we had a few sporadic pickup storms today with wind and rain. But we put 150 miles on the bike the last 2 days. And we got to go see Karen's dad today because Father's Day is tomorrow. So happy Father's Day to everybody out there. John's revamping the
Bridges.
bridges in his cuts. See, remember I asked you about that quite a few shows back. to make sure that you don't have any
Floaters.
floaters going on.
Yeah, the thing is, you can do whatever you want, though, right?
You can. This is what this is all about. See, that's what I've always said since I even started, though. I came into this hobby knowing that lines are just a suggestion. You're going to end up with, especially with pictures and portraits and stuff like that, lines are just a suggestion. You don't have to be perfect. And it's what makes it yours when you're done. It's not going to be like anybody else's. Make it yours. Make it. You can cut and make anything you want. It's okay. It's good.
Ton, age is only a number.
Yeah, but your number's higher than the rest of us.
No, hers is.
No, yours is.
No, hers is higher than
I
mine.
wasn't saying anything about Ton. I wasn't going to call her out like that.
She put it out there. She called herself out. But I know of over 80-year-olds that are still doing scroll saw work.
You know what? It doesn't matter the age. It's the biggest thing with this hobby is if you enjoy it. If it makes you happy and you're building things and making. You know what scroll sawing is? Making something out of nothing is what I've always called it. You
What's
can take
that?
a piece of wood that somebody would throw in a fire pit. You can take scrap pieces of wood. You can take anything, and turning it into something is making something out of nothing, and that is what makes this hobby fantastic. You can build trinkets. You can build anything that your heart desires with a scroll saw. We use our scroll saw basically on a daily, even if we're not even making projects. It is like the go-to saw, the simplest thing that you can go to cut something, shape something, make anything that you want when you need it. It is the greatest tool in the world.
Hey Shay, you want to come on? I know you do. You haven't been on live forever.
Is Shay allowed to giggle yet, though? How's her ribs?
She probably giggles more than I'm allowed to laugh.
She is the giggle monster, though. I can't imagine how her ribs did. And she's a giggle machine.
A
And
giggle machine.
and when you break or fracture ribs, I don't understand how somebody that giggles that much could survive. I started this year at 39 and I love it. And she's like 62 now. Yes, May, come save me. Say hi. Hi, back, Taylor. Like I said, that's all I could think of the whole time I've ever seen your posts and about the pain you were in and stuff was about how much you giggle and laugh. That had to have been so awful. Getting ready for the airport right now. You shipping all your kids off? Leaving on a jet plane?
You coming up to see me, Shay? Aw, you don't have to.
You know, and that's exactly it, though, Larry. I mean, it doesn't even have to be a beautiful piece of wood. I've seen, you know, you can, somebody can take pallets. If you're getting pallets for free, or you see pallets for free on the side of the road, get them, sand them, cut wood, make nameplates, make anything you want out of it. That's the point. Just cut. Take your time and cut and make cool stuff. You can make, literally make anything and nice stuff that the people will treasure and hold on to for the rest of their life that was literally firewood. And that's what I love about it. Is that going to make you an empty nester? Or do you still have more at home?
Well, see,
Oh, was that a break?
That's a break.
Drink! Steve!
It's weird. It's breaking at the weirdest places. Like it's right at the top.
Is it bending where it clamps?
No, it's about an inch down from the clamp.
Yeah, but is it bending there, like where it clamps?
Like right at the top edge.
Yeah.
See, right at the top edge there. That's it, though.
Yeah, see, it's right. It's kind of at the bend, though, right?
No, no, like it didn't break at the top. It broke about an inch down, like below my holder.
Oh, that's twice now, though, that's done that.
Nowhere near the wood.
That's weird.
See, Steve's still there.
Steve's still here. I knew he was here. We'll drink, Steve. I was gonna anyway, so. Steve ought to come on and say hi too. Then, if he's still just sitting around, probably
Yeah,
got
everybody's sitting around the chat. Just come on the panel.
right. Seriously, Steve's still sitting there. Probably got all the women hanging out. Yeah, Larry, I've always called it, like I said, to repeat myself, but making something out of nothing is fun to do. And anybody can do it. I mean, look at John.
Well, thanks. I don't know how to take that.
I'm just kidding, buddy. No, but anybody can do it, though. Anybody can get into this hobby, and anybody can get into wanting to make anything out of nothing, and there's wood everywhere. There's scrap wood, firewood, pallets.
Is Karen still there?
She's right here.
No. Yeah. So, hey, do you want to know one project that I did finish?
Sure.
See that right there?
Yeah.
See that right there, Jason?
I got the hint. I heard the
Wait a minute.
comment
Hold
earlier.
on. Oh, did you see what I found today at the store for you? It was free.
Yeah, I love you.
I got
Like I
two
said.
because I got one for Charles too. Thanks, Steve. Love your support.
Subtle, eh? You like that?
Yeah. That's nice.
Like something's on one side.
Why you guys start writing like that? I don't get it.
What's that?
I thought after 14 years, it just like this came with the thing.
I'm thinking this is my last cut. But I'll be on again tomorrow.
Hey, not everybody can go on Scrollapalooza for hours and hours and hours on end.
Why not? It's
You're
Father's Day.
doing a great. No, you're doing a great job. I'm saying not everybody can do that.
It's Father's Day tomorrow.
Congratulations, Steve.
What?
Karen and I have been together 14 years.
That's like,
You really had that as a hashtag?
Yeah, it must be your generation. Jeez.
Jeez.
but we've known each other for what, over 30?
Yeah, over 30 years. We've been friends for over 30 years. Fine.
Just bugging ya. Oh, look at that. Tom's been married 47 years.
Right? I've only been alive 46.
Yeah, gee, Ton, kids these generation, eh? Unbelievable.
See, here's the problem, John. Say I want to get married and I want you to be my best man. I can't get married now, though, because you're not allowed in the U.S.
What's that?
You're not allowed in the U.S.
Who?
You.
Why?
Aren't you guys still not allowed to, like, cross over?
I don't know. The freaking prime
Like
minister
COVID,
went over to
COVID crap.
Prime minister went over to freaking France.
All the COVID crap. Yeah, but that's France. But you can't.
So we can do international travel. We can't do border
You
crossings.
can't go like on the other half of town when you get down south there.
I don't know. I think you can.
I was trying to find a
There you go.
loophole. I was trying to find a
So
loophole
there. June 22 is cut out right now. Like you see, I put a diagonal on my slopey there for my E. I'm going to do the same for all my letters. All going to be diagonals.
Oh, I like it.
So I'll finish these up tomorrow.
You actually said the word finish.
Well, I'll finish cutting these. I still got a full another one to do so, though. I just got to find out what I'm going to use for a backer for them, too. I'm thinking I might, I got some of this nice oak flooring, this oak tongue and groove flooring that's already pre-finished. Look at that, it's finished. I don't even have to touch it. I'll just put that onto a backer. I'll probably plane them down so the backs are flat, though, because I got these grooves in them. Put those onto a backer, and then I could just mount these right on there, right? Boop. See? Like that. Like that. And they look kind of
So
cool.
pretty.
And then with the aromatic cedar on there as well. Boop. That'll look kind of cool too. Woohoo. Wait, it'll look like that actually.
Now you're getting crazy. Yes, yeah, I have a bunch of quarter-inch flooring also. I thought about doing stuff with it, but I didn't know how it would cut.
What? Flooring?
Mm.
I have some. I did some tiles, some quarter-inch tiles that I did. I think it's almost like press board with a vinyl topper on it, and the interior is green. It cuts actually pretty good, and then the half-inch oak cuts awesome actually. Even though it's oak, it's like pretty dense, thick, but with that nice finished sheen on the top of it, it's awesome. Already done and pre-finished. Hey Shay, how you doing?
Hello, hello.
What
Here's
do you
shit.
mean
You made it.
where you flying off to?
I'm not flying anywhere. So Maddie and Logan are flying to Spokane to go be with their dad until August 13th,
Okay.
I think. And then Kaylee and Ava are moving out on July 13th. So we're going to have like a full month of just two kids. It's going to be super weird.
Wow, that'll be awesome having an empty nest.
So will you still have to hide in the closet?
No, I'm in the closet right now, though.
Too
Yeah,
funny.
and I went and pulled weeds today, and I guess I like haven't seen any sun at all because I'm like fried.
Yeah, I saw your picture. I just saw your picture.
It's like, oh, that wasn't so good.
Unbelievable.
How are your ribs?
They're doing better, and actually, I think I helped myself today because I went and was pulling weeds, and I had one stuck in the ground, and I've been feeling like one of my ribs was dislocated as well, and I like couldn't get it, and I fell on my butt, and when I fell on my butt, I think my rib went back in place because I'm feeling way better now.
Well, there you go.
Happy-
Like
It's-
I said, no pain, no gain. See, you
No,
how to
that's
work
a-
it out.
That's a Bob Ross scenario. That's a happy little accident.
It was a happy little accident.
That's actually why I've been at work all week. Is to work my stomach muscles too, right? So
Yeah.
Well, and I'm still tender. Like if I laugh or cough or sneeze, like it's painful. But for moving around and stuff, I'm starting to get around again. So I think I'm gonna try to start sawing again.
Well, I'm thinking that. Well, see, I was just getting bored. I had to do something, so I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna go live Friday, and I was pretty good. It was only what I think it was on for 4 hours last night, and then my stomach started hurting me. But I didn't take pills beforehand though. But I loaded up on meds this morning.
So you could get through it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't go live when I did my ferry, because I was afraid. But I was also on a lot of drugs when I did my ferry, so I tried anyways. But I think I'm ready. I think I'm ready to start sawing.
Larry, you were watching me when I was doing my Tree of Life on that vinyl flooring, there, weren't you? Because you basically got to go about half speed because it'll melt right through it.
Yeah, and with that, Larry, with plastic and stuff that I've cut, I have found that if you go too fast, it does heat it, and
It melts it back together.
it'll melt back together behind the cut. So where you have to actually go and cut it again. So I've learned to have to slow down to get that cut to be able to stay separated.
Yeah, because when I was cutting that Tree of Life went out of that VL vinyl flooring lay VFLP, I think it's called. It's a rubber core with a stamped wood grain in the top of it, and when I cut too fast with a dull blade, it all gummed up. But when I put a fresh blade on, I slowed my speed down. It cut perfect. Didn't have any issues with it at all.
It's like a vinyl layered flooring product or something, whatever
Yeah.
they call it. But
Billy knows what it's called. I don't know.
I know. Where's Billy when we need him?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, his internet's down. He can't get on.
I think they were having storms again, or
Damn Texas. Everything's in Texas.
We actually are getting severe storms starting at midnight. And of course, I have to drive the kids to the airport at 4 in the morning, and they're still supposed to be going on. We're supposed to have large hail and winds and possible tornado. And I'm like, oh my goodness. Of course, I have to drive in it.
Wow. Yeah, it's just like acrylic and plexi. Cool. So, are you do you want to be on my shows cutting tomorrow?
Me?
Yeah, you.
yeah, you.
Yeah, you, Jason. You too.
It
Maybe.
depends on what time you go on.
I'll be on almost all day.
Okay.
All day.
I probably will.
Yeah.
I'll jump
So
on
you,
then.
yeah, so you guys can pop in and out, whatever, doesn't matter. I'll be on like almost all day anyway. Because it's Father's Day, I'm doing nothing anyway, so.
Probably. I'm actually going to probably start trying to cut something as well. So maybe I can switch my screen a couple of times if you don't mind.
Yeah, sure, that's fine.
I try out my new camera setup.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure I can get Nick in here turning something. I'm pretty sure I can get Billy in here turning something too.
Oh, so is this a Scrollapalooza day?
Sure. It's John's channel. John does whatever he wants to do anyway.
But we only want to do what you want to do. We don't want to.
And besides, Kim wants to see an octopus, so maybe I'll start a new project tomorrow. I got lots of time.
Oh, did you hear that,
I got
John?
lots of time. Yeah, I heard that.
Right?
Maybe
See,
I'll
shit.
throw one in my trees.
Shay, have you still have one unfinished project, don't you?
I still have a what?
You still have one unfinished project, don't you?
No.
I thought you still had one unfinished that you didn't finish cutting.
No.
I can't remember which one it was.
She always says she's living in an unfinished product.
Oh, right. You threw your cat out. That's what it was. You threw it out. You didn't like cutting it.
Yeah. I don't. I didn't
And
like it.
did you get your kitchen completely done?
So not quite, because I have to do underneath the cabinets on the floor, like the baseboards. But I couldn't bend over with my ribs. to do that part. So I still need to do underneath there, and then I have a whole like desk area that I have to do the cabinets on in my kitchen. But that's on the other side of the kitchen.
It looks
And then
am-
I'll be done.
it looks amazing though. What a great makeover.
Oh, thank you.
It looks
turning out
nice. It's a nice step up though. It looks great.
And
Thanks.
Ton's asking where you're at. You're in Omaha, Nebraska, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Good old Omaha.
Nebraska.
Yes.
Though. So that make you a Husker?
I'm a Husker. I only moved here 4 years ago though, but I was born here. I spent most of my life in Seattle.
Oregon?
Seattle, Oregon. Seattle, Washington.
Yeah,
Washington.
Washington. There you go. Oh, I'm like, Oregon? Yeah,
I
what?
was like, wait a second. What?
Wait, what? I had to question myself too after I said it.
Shay survived the Oregon Trail and all the way to Oregon, Washington.
Well, it might have brought you to Washington, but depends on how far you walk.
Billy, what are you talking about? Quit trying to bait Shay. She has an excuse.
Oh, there's Billy. See, we
Stop.
just spoke
She's got
to
her.
him.
She's got her rib. Oh yeah, she's using her ribs as an excuse.
See, Billy's
I
ears
can
were.
I can do it. I think I pulled weeds today. That was like the challenge of the weekend. So I think
That's
I'm
good.
ready to saw.
Good. Give it a try. If you can't, you can't.
Billy's ears were ringing. That's why he showed up.
Hi, Billy.
Well, I'm done. I was gonna call it. So you came in too late, Shay.
Hey, I jumped on just for you.
All right, I appreciate it.
Now she hopped in the closet just for you.
Oh,
I hopped in the closet just.
didn't you do your fairy the other day?
Yeah, I did my fairy last weekend. It was a little rough.
You cut it last weekend though, right?
Yeah.
Actually,
so-
that looked really good.
Well, thank you.
Just a
Moving
lot
like
of-
the outer edge circle part was a little rough for me to move with my ribs. I wasn't quite ready, and it was like trying to move it and cut it was a little rough. But the inside looks nice.
Yeah, it's good. It looked good. It looked nice.
It's to me, being a flat blade person, though, I can say that trying to cut that long, I think you did great though doing that on spiral because that's a long curve, to chase with a spiral. That's
Yeah, it's easy with a spiral.
uh,
I
it's
don't
easy.
understand this whole sanding thing with spiral blades. I never sand anything that I do, and I cut everything with spiral blades.
But if you did that with a flat blade, though, it would have been perfect. And packing tape.
Well, no, because I could have got it perfect with my spirals, but with my ribs, I was like in pain, and so I kept on moving. So I think if I do it again, and I'll do it with spirals again, I think I can have a perfect line. I just like moving that piece was a little much for me yet.
Thank you for being on, Ton. Like I said, any other questions, just let us know. Message us, and we'll help you out any way we can. And keep in contact and watch the shows. And subscribe too.
Tom, thank you for being here.
And tell your friends.
Remember to hit like, subscribe, share.
All right, so we're gonna. Thanks, Jason, for being on the panel. Thanks, Shay, for jumping in at the end here. Thanks everybody for being out in the chat. We're going to finish the show. And like I said, I'll be on tomorrow. Anybody can join in and do whatever you want to do. All right?
Thanks for letting us
Thanks a
be
lot.
here.